Hey, what's up, everybody? True Boxing here. Thank you for coming back to Get Hit with the Truth. So today we're doing the 2023 Top 10, as we're going to look at my number 3 super welterweight in the world right now, the former interim champion, former world title challenger, Brian Mendoza. Now, before we get into that, if you could smash the like button, leave a comment, or subscribe to the channel, I really do appreciate any and all support that I can get as I continue to build my channel here. So some people may not agree with Mendoza. They might think he's a one-hit wonder. But I think Mendoza's more than that. I think he's a tough-ass fighter. And he entered the year not ranked, but he really wowed a lot of people in 2023 when he scored what is a knockout of the year candidate, but also a upset of the year candidate when he stopped Sebastian Fundora in April to become the WBC interim champion. That was a big win, and it really went a long way for Mendoza, because he got the win and became the interim champ, and then 6 months later he got an opportunity, his first opportunity at a world title, when he challenged Tim Tszyu for the WBO belt, and he went over to Australia for the fight and everything. And you know what? Mendoza didn't disappoint. He fought hard, he fought tough, he took some good shots in that fight. Yes, I believe Tim Tszyu won that fight, but I thought that fight was closer than people gave credit for. I think I had it 7 rounds to 5, but it was a clear 7 rounds for Tim Tszyu. And you can argue 8 to 4. I'm good with that. But Mendoza showed his toughness, his heart, against what most people feel is the fastest rising fighter at 154 and a future star in Tim Tszyu. You know, he's already up on that level, and Mendoza went at it with him and fought his ass hard. So Mendoza to me showed that he's a top fighter in terms of toughness, and he's a guy that you want to fight, but you better be ready, because he's going to bring it. And he just did well. So he's 29 years old now. Overall, he is 22-3 with 16 knockouts, and he's a WBC's number 7 contender and a WBO's number 8 contender. So Mendoza's going to have to work his way back in, but fighting with the PBC and everything, and given that this is a pro PBC division, I think Mendoza will get those opportunities, because he's not going to be looked at as a truly, like, a overly dangerous fighter. I think a lot of people are going to look at him as more of a gatekeeper type. Hey, this guy knocked out Fundora, I'm going to go beat him. You know, Jesus Ramos also has a win over him, and I'm going to go beat this guy to step my game up. And I think those are the kind of opportunities he's going to get. And I think he should cash in on 1 or 2 of those to try to move himself back up to earn another title shot. So Mendoza, tough as nails, great knockout over Fundora, big time upset. And also, again, like I've been saying, I had him number 1 of the 4 guys that had beaten each other. All guys that had beaten each other, it seemed like. Because you had Mendoza knocked out Sebastian Fundora, but also lost to Jesus Ramos. Then you had Fundora, who knocked out Erickson Lubin of the 4, but got knocked out against Brian Mendoza. Then you had Erickson Lubin, who got a controversial decision over Jesus Ramos, but had been knocked out by Fundora. And then you had Jesus Ramos, who had a controversial decision loss to Lubin, but had a victory over Brian Mendoza. So it was kind of tough to determine the top, you know, who deserved between those 4 to one-up each other. So I went on most recent victory and biggest impact to victory. And Mendoza had the most recent victory and the biggest impact win, knocking out Sebastian Fundora the way he did. So you know, I do believe Mendoza is going to finish in the top 10, but in the top 5 might be tough, and it depends on who he gets and how he performs. So we'll see. But I like Brian Mendoza. I'm looking forward to seeing him back in action. He definitely has a name to carry now, and people are going to want to fight him. So we'll see what happens. But that's it. That's what I got. That's my number 3 super welterweight in the world right now at 154 pounds. The former world title challenger, Brian Mendoza. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button, leave a comment, or subscribe to the channel. I appreciate any and all support, This is True Boxing. You've been hit with the truth.